Hi, my name is Adam, and this is my story of restoration. Yeah, the tragedy of my son happened September 2009. All the kids were getting ready for school. It was the beginning of the school year. Max was going into third grade, Tatum going into first grade, and Alex was starting preschool. And I remember when they all came home, Alex wasn't himself, wasn't talking, wasn't running around like a little preschooler would do. So as the day ended, we put all the kids to bed, read them stories, and Alex just laid there in his crib, and I remember his mother and I staring down at him, and he was staring right up at us, and he was wheezing. We really didn't think anything of it. But the next morning, his mother and I were laying there. His brother, Max, who shared a room with him, came in and said, "Mom, Alex is sleeping with his eyes open." And I was still kind of laying there in a daze. His mother jumped up and ran down the hall, and I just heard all hell break loose. And I hear his mother running down the hall with Alex and putting him on the bed. He was purple and stiff. I tried to bring him back to life, but I knew that couldn't happen. And just the cries and the wailing of his mother and myself and his siblings, it was the saddest moment of my life. That took me into a downward spiral. Alcohol, drugs, and I was afraid to walk into the pain. But the one thing that helped me cope the best was the prescription painkillers. So when they say they kill pain physically, they also kill pain emotionally. And I became highly addicted to those. I started stealing money from my children out of their piggy banks. I stole money from my parents. And when the doctors wouldn't give them to me, I would have to buy them on the streets. I wasn't there for my kids. I wasn't there for my wife. I was running from God. So my wife gave me an ultimatum. She said, "Adam, you're not the husband that I married. So I'll give you an ultimatum. I'm going to take the kids and I'm moving away, or you can enter a rehab facility. You have two choices. What's it going to be?" And I just remember walking up to her and crying and just giving her the biggest hug and saying, "I'm sorry for not being there with you." So I ended up going into Life Challenge Ministries in Detroit, which is a discipleship program, a yearly year institution, and it was the best decision I ever made. They helped me die to self. They helped me discipline my life, and they helped me find hope, and that hope was in Jesus Christ, in His saving grace. And I stopped being a victim that I was for so long, and I became a victor. My fresh start with Christ was moving back home with the family, and finding out about a week or two from moving back home, on top of the world, saved, born again, living life differently. My wife told me she wanted to divorce me. She said, "Adam, I believe that this is time to tell you this isn't the person I married. This quote-unquote saved person isn't who I want to be married to." But once again, instead of feeling like a victim, I knew that if God got me through this loss of Alex, I knew that He could get me through this divorce. I had tools. God equipped me with helping addicts get through addiction, helping alcoholics get through their alcoholism. God equipped me with getting and helping people through their divorces. He also equipped me with helping parents deal with the loss of their children. I'm experiencing restoration today by having both of my children living with me. I was broke into despair, and now I own 3 or 4 rental properties. I own my own home that the kids and I live in, and I have a job that I love. And I have a God and a Savior who loves me unconditionally. So, say no more.